Hey everyone, Jad here. This week on Teamfight Breakdown, I wanted to talk about how to fight a dragon. A great dragon fight happened in Week 10 of Korea's LCK, when the ROX Tigers played SK Telecom T1. Now, this would be the third time we featured the ROX Tigers on Teamfight Breakdown, but this week, we'll show an example of why ROX has been the first place team in Korea all season, rather than showing the rare moments when their opponents get the upper hand. When approaching a dragon fight, there are many things to keep track of. Where are the wards? Is a teleport flank possible? Will my team get collapsed on? Is the purpose of this dragon to kill the dragon or to force a fight? Furthermore, what would an ideal team fight look like for each team? Well, for ROX's ideal fight, Gorilla's Nautilus and Smeb's Poppy would act as a front line and buy time for Peanut's Kindred and Prey's Sivir to auto-attack. Meanwhile, Curls LeBlanc would threaten priority targets in the back line and prevent enemy DPS onto ROX's tanks, or just help burst with Peanut and Prey. SKT, on the other hand, would hope to prevent flanks entirely. They would prefer standard fight lines, with clear tanks in the front line soaking damage and providing CC, and damage dealers in the back line focusing whoever is caught. That way, they can use the zone control of Faker's Azir and Duke's Trundle to move as a unit and bully their opponents around. Trundle's ability to shred enemy tanks' resistances, combined with the damage of Azir and Vayne, makes SKT's comp a formidable 5-man unit. At this point in the game, SKT have been unable to find fights and are looking to force a team fight at Dragon. ROX knows this, and before the Dragon even spawns, Smeb recalls to base to set up a Home Guard-empowered teleport. He then waits on his fountain, maintaining the Home Guard speed bonus, while looking for the right time to TP in. SKT then move up through ROX's vision and look to gain control of the river so they can dictate the upcoming Dragon fight. As they enter the river, Duke's Trundle places a pillar of ice, and SKT recognize that Peanut's isolated from the rest of his team. Faker dashes towards Peanut and pushes him into his own jungle. At this point, SKT's incurring a huge risk and is daring ROX to fight them. SKT hopes they can overpower any split force from ROX by setting up proper fight lines. ROX is looking to disrupt SKT's fight lines by attacking from as many angles as possible. Once Bang hits the dragon, SKT is facing attackers from 4 different angles. Let's get into it. Gorilla's Nautilus flashes forward to catch his ultimate on a Blank's Nidalee, and Prey's Sivir uses On the Hunt. Simultaneously, Smeb's Poppy teleports in and zooms to the fight, flashing for position to land a 2-second stun on Faker's Azir against the wall. As Gorilla's Depth Charge completes, it knocks up 3, and then Smeb instant casts his Poppy ultimate to knock up 2. All of this CC buys time for the entire ROX team to join the fight. SKT isn't going down easy though, and they have a couple of ways to disengage from ROX's approach. Wolf's Braum uses Glacial Fissure to slow everyone down, Bang's Vayne uses Condemn on Peanut's Kindred to knock him back, and Faker's Azir flashes backwards and throws out his Emperor's Divide to further push Smeb and the rest of ROX away. Miraculously, SKT managed to set up proper fight lines, with tanks in front of damage dealers, if only for a moment. But they're still in a terrible position to respond to Prey's Sivir. Wolf's Unbreakable Shield is about to wear off, and SKT are far too grouped up. But because SKT put so much damage on Gorilla, who had flashed in to start the fight, they're emboldened to push forward. And this is where Prey's Sivir took over the fight. Prey's Ricochet crits 3 times in a row, and he gets a static Shiv proc on his 3rd attack. The 3 ricochets and static Shiv proc alone deal 3,512 damage to SKT and finish off Faker. And as if that wasn't enough, Prey also catches Blank with both ends of his Boomerang Blade to completely turn the fight in ROX's favor. From there, ROX look to chase and build on their advantages. And remember, SKT already used all of their defensive ultimates earlier in the engagement, so it's going to be tough for them to escape. Smeb's Poppy stuns Wolf's Braum with a heroic charge, and Curls LeBlanc flashes in not only to finish the kill, but also to land a beautiful ethereal chains onto Bang's Vayne. The rest of ROX continue to chase, and Prey flashes to pick up 2 more kills and the quadrant. In preparing for the dragon fight, the ROX Tigers did everything right. Before it even started, Smeb recalled to make sure he was ready with home guards. ROX had vision of SKT through SKT's entire approach into the river, and they had a perfect ward for Smeb to teleport in on. ROX also knew exactly what to do when SKT brute forced their way into the river to move towards Dragon. Instead of funneling into SKT, ROX disrupted SKT's ideal team fight by getting onto Faker as fast as possible and forcing the early use of SKT's defensive abilities. It was ROX's clean initiation and the ensuing reaction from SKT that created the opportunity for Praise Sivir to wreak havoc with Ricochet. With the ace of the Dragon Pit, ROX took full control of the game on their way to a 2-0 series victory over SKT to maintain their spot at the top of the standings as the #1 team in Korea.